Some people are not undisciplined like you have concluded. Their system just does not feel safe enough to hold structure. That line may sound strange at first because discipline usually is discussed like shouting. Wake up early, be consistent, stop making excuses, push harder, no pain, no gain, do it afraid, do it tired. Those lines can help sometimes, yeah, but they can also miss something very important. If a person's inner system does not feel safe, structure can begin to feel like a threat. Welcome to Inside the Design by Innocent Minds. In episode 22, we looked at the difference between rest and escape. We saw that rest restores while escape hides. Today, in episode 23, we're looking at why discipline breaks down without safety. Because many adults have tried discipline. They have tried it so many ways. They have bought planners, they have downloaded apps, they have joined accountability groups. They have written goals, set alarms, declared new routines, started on Mondays, failed on Thursdays, and they had to start again. And again they failed, then concluded, I have no discipline. Maybe sometimes the issue is just deeper. Yeah. The question is not only, why can't I stay consistent? A better question is, what does consistency disturb inside me? Let that one breathe. For some people, structure reminds them of punishment. They grew up in homes or schools where order came with fear. Timetable meant pressure. Correction meant shame. Discipline meant beating. Mistake meant humiliation. You know, the father's cane, the teacher's insults, the senior student's punishment, religious guilt and public embarrassment. All this sounds very familiar to many adults. And when they create structure, their body does not hear support. It hears danger. They say, I will wake up by 5 a.m., but the body hears, we are about to enter punishment again. They say, I will track my money, but the body hears, we are about to face shame again. They may say, I will plan my week ahead, and the body hears, we are about to be controlled. They say, I will be consistent online, and the body hears, we are about to be judged. So the person starts to avoid the structure and then feels guilty, then tries to force it and then breaks down, then starts again with more shame and breaks down again. That is not discipline, that is war. Many people are tired because they have turned self-improvement into another barracks. See, discipline should not become your new cane, it should become your support system. There is a difference. Punishment says, do this or you're useless. But support says, this structure will help you become steady. Do you get it now? Punishment attacks identity. Support protects direction. Punishment creates fear, while support creates rhythm. Inside the Design is asking us to look at the architecture behind the behavior, not just the behavior. And when discipline keeps breaking down, we must stop and ask, is the structure too heavy? Is the identity unsafe? Is the goal unclear? Is the nervous system overloaded by this? Is the person using shame as a fuel? Is the environment fighting the routine? Is the person trying to copy another person's life without checking their own capacity? You see, this is where many people miss it. They copy routines without checking the ecology. A young bachelor with no children posts his 4 a.m. routine. A mother of 3 with a toddler, school runs, work pressure, and family demands tries to copy it exactly. And by day 4, she's exhausted. The reason is obvious. And then she calls herself unserious. No, my darling. That may not be lack of discipline. That may be poor outcome ecology. When it comes to EOM, the Epic Outcomes Matrix, we ask, what will this outcome cost? Who will it affect? And what must be protected? Can this goal survive real life? These are real questions that matter because a disciplined plan that ignores your actual life will soon become another source of shame. Some people do not need harder discipline, they need a better design. Let us make this practical. Why does discipline break down? First, the structure is too big. A person who has not exercised for 2 years declares, from Monday, 1 hour every day, and by Wednesday, the body has started calling village meeting. A smaller structure may have worked better. Let's say 10 minutes, 3 times a week. Build evidence with the system, and then you can increase. Second, the structure is shame-based. I'm tired of being useless. I must stop being a failure. I hate this version of me. That fuel may start the engine, but it burns the driver. In fact, it could burn the whole vehicle. Shame can create movement, yes, but it rarely creates stable redesign. Third, the structure has no emotional safety. A person starts budgeting, but every money review they do triggers shame, fear, scarcity, or childhood memories of lack. And so they avoid the budgeting altogether, not because they are foolish and not because they want to be reckless, but because the budget is touching money identity. Fourth, the structure does not match the person's season. There are seasons for expansion and there are seasons for recovery. There are seasons for rebuilding and there are seasons for maintenance. If you use expansion discipline in a recovery season, your body may resist it. Not because it hates change, no, but because it is protecting capacity. Fifth, the environment keeps rewarding the old pattern. You say you want rest, but the body still has access. You say you want to focus, but your phone is carrying 20 WhatsApp groups shouting like market women in December. You say you want discipline, but your space, people, schedule, habits are still designed for distraction. No structure can survive permanently in an environment that keeps attacking it. No structure. So what does safety-based discipline look like? First, it starts small enough to repeat. Not small because you are weak, but small because repetition matters. The goal is not to impress your ego. The goal is to train your system. Second, it uses supportive language. It does not say, if I fail, I am useless. No. Try saying something like this. This structure is helping me become steady. I am building trust through repetition. I can return without insulting myself. I do not need shame to grow. These statements sound small, but they matter. Yeah, language matters. NLP helps us to notice how words shape internal response. If your language keeps attacking you, your system may start resisting the very growth that you want. Third, it protects capacity. Discipline is not the absence of rest. No, discipline includes recovery. A car that keeps moving without service will soon embarrass you on the road. Even generator needs oil, and you are not more spiritual than an engine. As a matter of fact, we are a lot like engines. Fourth, it creates visible evidence. Track what matters. Not everything, just enough to see your progress. 3 days kept, 1 day missed, returned on the 5th day. That's evidence. It's not perfection, yes, but it's evidence. Fifth, it allows repair. A rigid discipline system says, you missed it, you have failed. But a mature discipline system says, you missed it, what happened, what needs adjustment, and then it returns. That return is the most powerful of all because discipline is not only about never failing. Discipline is about learning to return without turning every miss into an identity collapse. Powerful. Sixth, discipline checks ecology. Before creating a routine, discipline will ask, what will this require? What must reduce? Who will be affected? What support do I need? What time is realistic? What energy does this require? What could make this fail? What structure will help it to survive in real life? You see, all this, that's real behavioral architecture. Not just vibes, not borrowed routine, not social media pressure, but real design. Now let us be direct. Safety does not mean comfort every time. Sometimes discipline will be uncomfortable. You may not feel like doing it, you may be tired, you may prefer the old ease, and so do not use safety language to excuse every resistance. That's not what we're saying. The work is balance. Gentle enough to stop shaming yourself, yes, but firm enough to keep returning. Flexible enough to adjust, yes, but structured enough to hold. Before we close, choose one discipline area: health, money, content, study, prayer, rest, leadership, parenting, communication, or business. Now ask, what structure have I been trying to force in this area? Does this structure feel like support or punishment? What small agreement can I repeat? What language am I using on myself, and what must change in my environment? What will help me to return when I miss? Do not try to build your whole life by Friday. This is not Lagos traffic where everybody is trying to enter one lane by force. No. Choose one lane. Stay there. Build evidence. If this episode helped you to see discipline differently, share it with someone who keeps calling themselves undisciplined when what they need is safer structure. Subscribe on YouTube, follow on Spotify, and leave one word in the comments: structure. Because discipline is not only pressure, discipline is structure that your system can learn to trust. If this touched something private, send a message to the Innocent Minds team with the word structure. We may ask a few questions to know whether a private clarity conversation can help you to understand why your routines keep collapsing and what kind of design may fit your real life. No pressure, no public exposure, just a thoughtful space to see what will hold. This has been Inside the Design by Innocent Minds, episode 23. Why discipline breaks down without safety. Next, we will look at how to build trust with yourself again, because self-trust is not rebuilt by promising big things. It is rebuilt by keeping smaller agreements until the system believes you again.